Which media you work for?
Jakarta Sports.
Jakarta Sports, okay.
So, how does this solve the impasse in Sierra Leone football? Is this a way forward?
Yes, it is a way forward. I mean, there's been no football playing for the past 18, 20 months, and the players have been sitting there. The clubs have been wasting money, spending money on the players without any competition. So, getting this league going is a sign of engagement for the nearly 500 young people who are playing football. But secondly, it's also paving a path that the clubs themselves, who are the owners of the football association, have taken over the reins of their own affairs and are pushing it forward.
Okay. Now, it's been. I must say, I know we've seen, referees, we've seen who are also stakeholders, we've seen fans, we've seen the clubs, but we also know that there are few absences. Is there a way in this that you envision a way in which there could be some kind of rapprochement in the future that can invite those that have decided to stay away?
For example, we had Cambo Eagles had said they were not playing. Then yesterday they came back to us and said they're going to play. So we said, when? Yes, come on board. So what we want is everybody to play. Even FC Johansen were listed as a team that we thought would play, and they said they're not playing. Obviously, we expected that they wouldn't play, but the reality was that so we are very open to everybody playing.
Well, as chairman of this thing, we would like to congratulate you. I think the fans are really excited and stuff. But there are things that are opening up now. We kind of, a lot of people are saying this may be the last turn of the page for Aisha and her presidency. In the light of what you've been able to spearhead here, may we see your name as a future candidate?
No, I don't know about that. I work within a framework, a group of people who have decided that I can lead this. So that's where it stops at the moment. No, nothing beyond it. The objective is to get this game playing and comes out very well. Once that happens, the future holds itself, and that framework will decide whether it's something they want me to do or not.
Also, this is entirely people that have put you in this position, not that you've been.
Yes, it's the clubs themselves who came together and said, "Look, we think you can lead this as chairman. You have an ability to make sure it works," and that's exactly what I'm doing. The mandate is what I'm carrying out.
A lot of people like this. Obviously, first thing is first. We need football to start playing in Sierra Leone, but we have in March some qualifiers, and a lot of people, their heart is all about Lone Stars. Have you guys come with a plan as to what's going to happen then? Because we're looking at a lot of players, and you might think that a lot of players, referees that are involved in your system may not be called to go and officiate, outside of the country. A lot of different things that we've seen, a lot of recriminations. Have you guys thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, look, the reality is Sierra Leone has not done really well in international competitions. We have been knocked out of the next Nations Cup. We've been knocked out of the next World Cup competition. So you see that we have like 3-4 years where we're not going to be playing any competition. We are saying let us use that to develop our internal structures, our teams. Let the players play frequent competitive league, and they will grow into becoming a holistic national team. Whatever happened to the teams in March, you see that there was lack of talent, there was lack of preparation, and it's something that has affected Sierra Leone over the decades. And we think we'll do like what Ghana did. Ghana just stopped playing internationally, went back and corrected its own internal deficiencies, and today they are one of the best teams in Africa. So I think learning from that page, we are interested in letting this league play, the players getting engaged, creating jobs for them, and identifying talent. If we have to come to the national team issue, that's something we will discuss.
Okay, that's very true. We really appreciate that. One thing we've seen, for example, the pitch. We've seen other factors. For example, it has been told that a lot of the clubs don't even have an official address. There's no way you can meet them. There are a lot of different infrastructure or I'll say organizational things, deficiencies within the game. But now that you've got the game started again, people are playing. What next? What are can you list like 3 or 4 priorities for the game in Sierra Leone?
The first thing is the game is playing, and I'm sure even FIFA has said, no matter what disagreement is at administrative levels, football should play. That's the first thing. Continued engagement in football as it is. The second aspect is to try to build the capacity of these clubs. So you remember that we had the Bamoy Declaration, which we had signed as clubs. So we're going to take the Bamoy Declaration, sit with the clubs, and say, hey, we need an address, we need officials, we need a bank account. So if we're issuing, even if we get funding and sponsorship for this league, we're issuing money into those accounts. So this is something that we want to do to ensure that the structures begin to build, things that we thought should have been done. And this is the significance of what we've been saying. From what we know, from what is on the FIFA website, Sierra Leone has received $2.1 million in the past 2 years. And that is part of TV rights, our participation in international tournaments. Now, if these resources were used to build the structures that we're talking about, we would have been talking about a well-structured team here. But where is that money? Where has it gone to? Nobody knows which football development has taken place in Sierra Leone. We don't have any legacy to point on to. So we are thinking that, okay, while there are a lot of talks about lack of capacity, there are no resources. Individuals are supporting clubs. Individuals are owners of clubs. If anything happened to those individuals, those clubs are dead. The FA cannot get money from external sources like a TV right and distribute among clubs to build their capacity or help them for further trainings in administrative issues, then there is a problem. And we are thinking that these are things that we should step up and move forward with.
Congratulations. Nobody has said congratulations. Congratulations for getting the ball rolling.
Thank you.
Personally, we wish you good luck. Personally, from our website, we looked at a whole bunch of people. Some senior players, past players like Mohamed Salah, Junior Parade. They were talking about, for example, insurance and education. Some players here, have when they leave the field, whether it's of old age, they have very little skills, and then also if they get injured, there are very few avenues for them to really get good recuperation. Is that something that you guys have thought about?
This is exactly what the Bamoy Declaration is saying. That you have to protect your players in terms of health, insurance issues, and also football in education. And you will see that a couple of these clubs already have structures. Ole Edwardians has a very good structure now for doing education at the lower level to the senior level. Then FC Kallon, their Lion Pride. These are things we're thinking about. So, for example, how do we introduce computer courses to these guys? And say it's compulsory for every young player to be able to operate a computer, to attend computer classes, or even adult literacy educational program. So we're thinking into all of these long-term issues, and it's our hope that we'll get sponsorship from within, because this is what I am thinking. And one of the things you'll see we are doing is we are taking football to the communities. So you will see Center Parade is going to play their home games at Parade. Port Authority is going to play their home games at the Atuga Stadium. So we expect the club officials to use that opportunity to raise resources, to build their financial position, their financial strength, and also build their own internal structures from those resources that they are getting.
Sorry, I'm just tempted to ask, would we ever see St. Edward's playing at May Park?
I have been tempted to actually say to them that we want to play at Edwards, but then Edwards doesn't have the fan base to bring them. But if you bring Edwards to the National Stadium where everybody wants to come and watch soccer and the players want to play, then that's something we want to do. So for this year, we're thinking of playing here until we see. We've been thinking that if we could develop 2 or 3 players and actually sell, that we can buy an artificial turf that we'll put there and it gives us an opportunity to play.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you again.
Jakartasports.com. That was Emmanuel Saffa Abdulai, chairman of the Sierra Leone Premier League